You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, hosted by Haize, your number one spot for all things Chicago Bulls.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into it today. Just 10 minutes ago, the Chicago Bulls announced this. After experiencing left shoulder instability and further evaluation from training and medical professionals, Ayo Dosunmu will undergo surgery and will be out for the remainder of the season. Now, if you guys looked at the last game, Ayo Dosunmu had his left shoulder extremely taped up, and that was after he missed a little extended period of time. So this is Ayo going to have surgery now to just basically end this season. Now, if you look at this, it doesn't seem like it's going to be anything that is like long term that is going to bother him. I would expect that the Bulls probably looked at where their season is, and with talking with Ayo, he was going to have to get the surgery one way or another. You get this surgery earlier even before the offseason starts. He's going to have the whole offseason to go through his rehab process. He'll be ready to go by the start of the season. So it's not like it's anything that is too threatening to be something over his career or nagging for a long period of time or anything like that. So I really wouldn't worry about it a little too much when it comes down to it. I think when it just comes down, like, this is just to take care of some pain, to go ahead and relieve that, get that done and over with. And when it comes down to it, like, Ayo's going to be ready to go at the start of next season, and we'll see what that's going to be. And keep in mind, Ayo also is the one that the Bulls reportedly were hesitant to trade at the trade deadline. They didn't want to include him in any trade talks. Other teams got the feeling that the Bulls wanted him around long term. So you get this done, you get this settled. They weren't going to be shopping over the offseason anyway. He's going to be back in the Chicago Bulls uniform. They're probably going to get this done when it comes down, get an extension done or try to get one done maybe during the season if he's ready for one, or go to an unrestricted free agency. He's going to come out next season fully healthy with a role set at the beginning of the season and be ready to go. And so, I think that's the most important thing when it comes down to it. And, we'll see what the future holds for Ayo. Like I said, this isn't anything that's too worrisome or something that you need to worry about a little too much. Speedy recovery for Ayo, but him getting this now with a month and a half left in the season means that his rehab process is not going to really extend at all towards opening a training camp or anything like that. Keep in mind, Ayo's the one that stays in Chicago to do his off-season program. He works with Peter Patton. He works with the trainers. He works at the Advocate Center all off-season. So the Bulls are going to have a really good look at him to help, talk and go over anything that's here when it comes down to it. So, that's what it said when it comes down to it. And we'll see what happens, man, overall. But, that is what it is, bro. Hey, it's morning, bro. What's going on? Damn, that sucks. It is what it is. Like, 22 games left, 24? What is it, 20-something games left on the season. The Bulls are a bad basketball team. We have the 8th worst record in the league. It's really not that big of a deal when it comes down to it. Damn, no Ayo no more. So now guard-wise, we see more of Herter, Jones, and T. No, you're not. Have you seen them? Did you see them any when Ayo was out? Keep in mind, Ayo missed 8 games. You didn't see any of Jones or THT. It means you're going to see more Trey Jones. You're going to see more Kevin Herter, and that's probably it. You're not going to really see any Jones or THT. Jesus effing Christ, that's something that I did not want to hear him at all, people. But it's really not that big a deal. It's really not that big a deal, y'all. Haize MVP, appreciate that. Peace, good brother. It's unfortunate that the season ends this way. Question, do you think that he will be back on the Bulls next year, or do we get something valuable for? Oh, no, that's what I just said. Like, he's the one that the Bulls were reluctant to include in any deals. Ayo's going to be back. I think Ayo's going to be here for the long term. Lucky for Ayo, the season is almost over anyway. That's fine. Exactly. It is what it is when it comes down to that. I just thought about it, Haize. What do you think going to get more minutes at the backup center spot when Vucevic comes back, between Jalen Smith or Zach Collins? Because Collins has been playing real good lately. Keep in mind, Jalen's still injured as well. So I think when it comes down to that, they're just gonna have to figure it out. Like, who knows if Vooch even comes back this season? So we don't even know if that's gonna be the case. My dude, Io, get well, have a speedy recovery. See you next year, my brother. We'll see what happens there. Is it the labrum? I don't think it doesn't seem like it, but we'll see what happens there. Look on the bright side. At least we have a couple of more guards that can replace him, and we can see more of Terry. Yeah, I mean, I think that could definitely be the thing, is seeing more of Dalen Terry for sure. We'll see what happens with that. But I mean, ultimately, we've been without Ayo for this long as it is. So I don't really think it's going to be something that is gonna, for the rest of the season. It really doesn't matter. Like, I mean, not to say that Ayo doesn't matter. Ayo absolutely matters. I want to be clear. Ayo matters for the future. Io matters in general for the basketball team, but I don't think that games. No, it is what it is. Like I said, considering what the hell is going on here. Hold on, y'all. No control over the video lagging, but hopefully with whatever happens, with Io, like it's not going to be that big of a deal. Like, Io's going to be here. He's going to be here for long term, and the Bulls are just going to deal with it the way that they deal with it. Is the way that I say it. I want us to keep Ayo Dosunmu for a long time. Yeah, and he probably will be around. Somebody said Ayo's a foundation. I can't say that. Like, you can't say Ayo Dosunmu, in fairness, is a foundational piece yet. But Ayo Dosunmu definitely is a highly important part of the Chicago Bulls. Like, you just can't deny that. He's a very important part of what this Bulls team is trying to do. And he has a really good role on this team as well. So we'll see what the future holds there. Sit Vooch, just play Smith and Collins. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. But all right, y'all. I have no idea what's going on with Restream. Hopefully this doesn't happen later, because it's Restream. That has nothing to do with me. The video looks fine on my side, but YouTube is doing YouTube shit. So hey, whatever that, I have no control over that. So hey, it is what it is there. But I appreciate you guys, man. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap it on up, since YouTube wants to act crazy. But make sure you guys stay in tune with us, man. You can follow us at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and a voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so. So, let me see if this works. I doubt it though. Like, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Like, it is what it is. Man, I have no control over that. But I love you guys, man. Make sure you guys stay in tune with us. I'll catch you guys at the pregame show. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red, y'all. Peace.